Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. This is a Tell the Truth Wednesday. I'm your host, Mike Bara, in Las Vegas, Nevada, on this wonderful Wednesday, this pre-alien event Wednesday. I'm going to be down at the Alexis Park Resort Hotel this weekend, starting tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for the Alien event and Biomed Expo. Come on by if you're in Las Vegas, or fly on out. I do my presentation on Saturday. I do 2 panels on Saturday. Otherwise, I'll be hanging around and having a good time. So that's where we're going to be this weekend. Thanks for being here. I'm going to give you guys a chance, some of you, to get in here, because I know that you don't get updates very often. Noah's Girl is here, Rick Norman, Libby on the label. Guys, we aren't going to have Jen today. Jen is not able to make it today. And all I can say about that is that she could use your thoughts and prayers of support. And if you have a session booked for her with her, or thought about booking a session, or thought about getting the classes, go do that, because she could use that help as well right now. So just keep your Jen in your thoughts and your prayers, and give her some support to do what she's got to do. So it's going to kind of wait till we get a few hundred people in here on the YouTube side, and then we will go with the news. So there is quite a bit, actually, more news than I thought there was going to be coming into today. So we're kind of just waiting on all that stuff. Let's see how everything's going on over on the Rumble side of the house. We got quite a few folks in there, guys. Yeah, please, Rumble rants and stuff. There's Jen's not here to answer your questions, so I can apologize to that. But I will do a little bit of an AMA after we do the news. So, okay, why don't we start with a little bit of the news? And let me get my banner up here. Why don't we start with a little bit of the news? Where's my news banner? Well, it's not breaking news, but it's news. Okay. You should pay special attention to a couple of things. You should pay special attention to Mark Z this morning. Mark told you that bonds other than the German historic bonds are being paid. That is, in essence, what he said. I think you should pay attention to that. Wolverine told you last night that people have been paid, that whales are getting paid. Those are bond transactions. Those are private bond transactions. They are happening. Now, there are some people who think that the bonds have to go first before the revaluation or the global currency reset can happen, the RV or the GCR. There are people who think that. There are people like Mark who will tell you that's not the case. Only a certain percentage of the bonds need to go to fund the RV and or the GCR. And keep in mind that the revaluation of the currencies, especially, hey, Joe Evans, you rock, man. The revaluation of the currencies and the global currency reset are 2 different things. Okay, keep that in mind. They are 2 different things. So here's what I have. I have one contact who's involved with the bonds at a certain level. I have another contact, the broker, who's involved with bonds at another level. Here's the information that I have, the latest. There is a very important person that I told you about, a very well-known public name in the financial world, who would be known to many, many, many people, including the laymen who are just new to this. If you pay any attention to finance and financial markets, you would recognize this name. That person was put in charge of pulling the trigger, pushing the button for the GCR a couple of months ago. The only hints I will give you on that identity is he's endorsed President Trump, and he will be a part of the new Trump administration. And he pushed the button yesterday. He did push the button. Why the GCR hasn't happened in public, I don't know, but it hasn't happened yet. The RV has not happened yet, but the button has been pushed. What that means is that there is no governmental obstructions in the way of this process as of now. So pay attention to Wolvie. Pay attention to Mark. Wolvie says whales are getting paid. Mark says bonds are getting paid that are not just the German historic bonds. That means Yellow Dragon bonds, Super Pacelli bonds. It means all these other things are now in process. Pay attention to that. Now pay attention to this last little bit, which is that another hint I would give you is there's a James Bond film called The Man with the Golden Gun. I would suggest you pay attention to that and you study The Man with the Golden Gun. So the update I have is that contracts for the bond people, other bond people, are coming out today. That is what we've been told, that they will receive their contracts today. If they are receiving their contracts, that means money is in place to pay their contracts. These are people who have brokered private deals behind the scenes between sovereign governments using private representatives. They will get paid, or they will get their contracts today, which they would not be getting if there was not money to pay them. And yes, people have been paid. The other piece of information I have is that there is one thing left to do. And that one thing is very complicated. I do not know what that one thing is. Do we have to make a deal with the Arcturans, to finalize this? I don't know. But there is one thing left to do. It is very complicated. However, I am told it is done. On the same hand, I'm told it's done, and I'm told there's one thing left to do. Okay. So it's done, I believe, means everything is ready to go. Everything is set up. Everything is in place. The GCR and the RV of the Iraqi dinar are not the same thing. Okay. They're not the same thing. So, all right, I'm just going to say it. I'm told the dinar is going tomorrow at $3.41 in the public eye. Dinar tomorrow, $3.41. That's what I've been told. When people say the button was pushed, that makes sense. When people say it's done, that makes sense. I also got a piece of information to the effect that, and this is contradictory information, that the bonds will get paid Monday at the latest. So how do you reconcile the RV of the Iraqi dinar at 341 tomorrow, or to use Tony, or as TNT Tony would say, tomorrow? How do you reconcile that with the bonds? If the bonds have to go first, how do they go after the dinar revaluation? The reality is they don't. Iraq can finance the revaluation of their currency to $3.41, and Jen has told you $3.91, by the way. Had 50 cents more. They can finance that without the GCR, without any of the bond money. That's how this can happen. I was told, remember, over the weekend, Iraq has accelerated the timetable. It was supposed to be today, tomorrow. It was accelerated to Sunday, Monday. Didn't happen on Sunday, Monday. Since then, the news is the button has been pushed. It's done. And the dinar is going tomorrow. So this would mean that Iraq may be going on their own regardless of the GCR, and the GCR can just damn well catch up. So if Iraq is going to be paying out the 28.50 contract rate that we've all heard a million times, or the $16 that Jen got as the eventual rate at the redemption centers, the GCR has to go for that to be financed. But Iraq can finance a reinstatement rate or revaluation rate of 341 tomorrow on their own with gold and oil. They can back that up. So that is the scenario we seem to have. The other thing is that the bonds cannot be paid until the new U.S. Treasury notes, USTNs, are out. They are in the banks right now, but until they are out, the bonds cannot be fully paid. So where are we? Overall, we're right on the brink of it. We have a strong rumor from a connected source that the button's been pushed, it's done, and the dinar is going tomorrow at 341. Now, what does tomorrow mean? Well, tomorrow Baghdad time, tomorrow our time, tomorrow Eastern time. Usually it's Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time, because we're not in standard time yet. So that's what I got. I think I alluded to, Jen told me what day I would go in for my exchange. Okay. She did. And I have that date, and it has not occurred yet. And if all this information is true, then that date would be consistent with that information. Oh, I'm recording myself on my phone. Person at the other end of the line, contact. If any of this gets sent, do not pay attention to it, because it's not real. Let me erase this so I don't accidentally send this to my contact. So that's where we're at. Bonds get paid no later than Monday. U.S. Treasury notes need to be out or in the banks, or need to be out for the bonds to happen. They are in the banks right now. The button has been pushed. It is done, meaning the GCR, the button has been pushed for the GCR, and the first step in the GCR will logically be the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, the dinar revaluation, and the ZIM with it do not need the backing of the GCR to go forward. So there is apparently a scenario where the Iraqi dinar goes first. So then the question becomes, before we get to questions, then the question becomes, well, what do we do then if the dinar goes tomorrow, but the entire GCR doesn't? I don't know what we do. I will tell you what I am going to do. I don't have a lot of dinar. But if I can get 341 for it in a non-taxable event, I am taking it all to the bank the first second that I can. Tomorrow, I will do that and exchange it and pay off my house, buy another house, pay off my car, pay off all my debts, and go forward with my life. Whether the rest of it happens or not is great. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe the whole GCR will happen. Maybe, I'll buy Star Trek and make Star Trek great again. I don't know. Maybe I'll have enough money for that. Maybe we all will, to create new businesses and new ventures and do things for humanity. But that's what I'm doing. Here, you're going to pay me for the dinar? Here, have it all. You're going to pay me for the ZIM? Here, have it all. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for a GCR that could still be stopped. That's what I'm doing. All right. Tell you what, guys, let's go to questions. Why don't we pop out? We'll pop out the Rumble chat here and go to questions over there. We're going to pop the chat out and do a little bit of an AMA here. I hate it when I do this. And there we go. There's the chat. Okay. Let's slide on up here to the top. You're still on, right? Yeah. Well, yes, I am, Christine. Here I am. Hope all is well with Jen. Well, again, pray for her, give her strength. She'll be back Monday, I'm going to guess. Rexy, you're welcome for coming on. Vegas Fletch is now a monthly supporter. Little Red Castle, thank you, Vegas Fletch. We can use that. It's the best way to support the show. Be sure, as Allison points out, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, like this video. That really helps over on Rumble. That really helps get us noticed by the algorithm. Hi, Mike. It's Larry, the pineapple pizza guy. Yeah, well, fuck you, Larry. Okay, fuck you. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Anybody who puts pineapple on pizza is a sick fuck. Okay, that's just the reality of it. Ooh, now I'm gonna get all upset because I'm cursing. Hey, Super Dave, aka Pork Chop. Hi, Dave. How are you? Hope everything's great in Thailand. Sending contributions to Jen. That's very sweet. Sending love to Jen. That's also sweet. Okay. Is it someone in the government or the private sector? I'm not going to give you any hints on who the big shot is who had his finger on the button, because it doesn't matter, because he apparently, and I have this on a very solid authority, that the button was pushed. So he's pushed the button. He's done his part. Now we sit back for him to play his future role. Mr. C always says that Iraq can't go alone. He's wrong. There are other people more connected than Mr. C that tell me he's wrong about that they can. They don't want them to, but they can. And like I said, Iraq has the money, has the backing to finance 341. That's why it makes sense. If somebody told me the dinar was going to revalue when it was going to be $16 or the 28.50 contract rate was going to be available, I'd say bullshit. I'd say that's BS. They're not saying that. They're saying 341. Iraq can afford 341. Have I heard anything about the dong or any other currencies? You know, it's funny because the dong is always, can you imagine, by the way, the dong is always connected to the dinar. They are connected. They're attached at the hip. Yet the reality is, I've had other people who are very well connected tell me the only two I've ever heard about are the Zim and the dinar. So maybe the dong is part of the GCR. And Carissa's asking a question of Jen, and Jen's not here, Carissa. She can't make it today. Okay. Just happened to be on vacation this week, says Vegas Flash. Ready to go to the bank and exchange my dinar. Me too. Dr. Sarah. Hi, Dr. Sarah. In your point of view, Mike, what does timing look like for Tier 4 given this wonderful news? This week. Within the next week is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Tomorrow. You know, I mean, we're on the brink of this thing more than we ever have. Asher, pineapple on pizza is awesome. Asher, you're sick. You're mental. Is it me or is there no audio? I think there's audio. At least people heard me, I think. Angels0964 says, we love you, Jen. We certainly do. Mike, do you know if Jen has her new Rumble set up to have Red Castle supporters? I don't know yet. We'll ask her. I think all she has to do is connect a credit card and that can be done, or a bank. Who will organize the party in Vegas after we RV? Well, me and Jen are going to do that, and we're arguing about it. I want to hire, somebody big. I want to hire Duran Duran or Cheap Trick or somebody like that to play our party. Jen just wants to have a DJ, and I'm like, no, I don't want a loud, obnoxious DJ. I want us to have dinner. We have food, we have dinner, we have drinks for free. Everybody gets up on stage. We introduce you to who all these secret people were over the years. We bring Wolvie out. We're going to fly him out from Australia. I don't know if you know this yet, Wolvie, but we're flying you out to Vegas for the big party. Get Mark Z and his whole brood out. And then I thought we'd have a band play, for an hour and a half, and somebody national like that. and then we have a DJ afterward if you want to dance. So, but Jen and I are kind of arguing about that. So, Mike, we'd love to see more Tribble Troubles and make Star Trek great again. Well, I don't have that planned right now. There are 4 movies planned. The script for the first one is written. They are going to be titled Star Trek Terror, Star Trek Doomsday, Star Trek Wrath, and Star Trek Prime Directive. And we may have Star Trek To Boldly Go, maybe the 5th one. We just depends. It depends on how much they want for it. I've heard they want $500 million for like a lease for 5 years. I ain't paying that for 5 years. I can't make 4 or 5 movies. I want a lease for 10 years. So we'll see. We'll see. That's a big fantasy if the GCR is really what we hope it is. Even Michelle is praying for Jen. Love you both. I missed how the GCR could be stopped. I remember Mark answering like you said regarding Dinar, but missed how the GCR. I don't know that the GCR can be stopped. I just am concerned that it could be. I'm just concerned. So if there's a bank, if I can go to the bank today and get 341 for my dinar and even 11 cents for my Zim, bye-bye. Take a good, hard look at my ass because it's the last part of me you're ever going to see. All right? I'm gone. And I'm not waiting for the GCR. If the GCR can only go with new money, wouldn't Biden have to be gone for that? Maybe, maybe not. And that can happen anytime. Will I be coming on Whiskey and Wisdom tonight? As far as I know, 341 would be a reinstatement. Not really a reinstatement. 322 would be a reinstatement. 341 would be some adjustment for inflation. Angela says, geez, Mike, easy on the pineapple guy. It might have just been trying to flirt. Well, then it would be a girl, wouldn't it? That's Vegas Fletch. I'm pretty sure Vegas Fletch is not a girl. Pretty sure. So, and you're right. I shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If somebody wants to flirt with me, I need to make myself available. Bean JC20 says, Mike, will you give us a shout out if you can exchange your dinar tomorrow? I will do what I can. Yeah, I will do what I can. Yeah, Cheap Trick would be awesome. Although I've seen them a million times, but only if they play the set list I want them to play. Vegas Fletch, I'm ready for the party. I'm bringing my son and daughter-in-law as well as my wife. Good for you. See, Vegas Fletch is a dude, so I can rip on him as much as I want. Won't meeting be dangerous with all of us together? This is Jackie. I don't think so, Jackie. I think we'll have security there. We'll put Steve Doran from Toxically Masculine Tuesday in charge of security. I got a feeling nobody's gonna bother us. Am I gonna buy the Seahawks? I'd love to buy the Seahawks, but I don't know if they're for sale, and I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money. You know, I mean, we don't know. There's these fantasies we're all going to get billions. We don't know. Could be a lot less than that. If I could afford to, and they were willing to sell, would I buy the Seahawks? Yes. But I had a dream years ago that after this happened, I bought the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's interesting because the Bengals are doing things to like that you would do if you were going to sell the franchise in the next couple of years. Am I going to buy some more gold and silver? Yes. Yes. Evie Michelle says, Mike, I don't like pineapple on my pizza either. Have tolerance, please. No, there's no that is a zero tolerance thing. Pineapple on pizza, that's a deal breaker. If you're a girl, I don't care. I don't care if you're AOC. I don't care if you're Anna Cherie. I don't care if you're Amaranth. If you eat pineapple on your pizza, I'm not even kissing you. I'm not kissing you with that mouth. Ugh. Yeah. You know, life might be this new love of your life approach. You might just love pineapple on her pizza. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen then. Mike, do you think we'll still have an NDA? Nancy, I doubt it if it's just the dinar. I seriously doubt it. Unless they give you some crazy rate that they don't want anybody to know about. Super Dave, $50. Thank you very much for the super chat or Rumble rant. Super Dave, you rock. You rock a lot. And I hope you're having a great time there in Thailand. Any other questions? Just trying to bring a little whiskey and wisdom humor to the day show. Yeah, Andy Scheckman will be so busy once this goes. Yes, he will. Oh, yes, the Bengals. That's what I was thinking, but I asked you about the Seahawks instead. Okay. What other currencies and bonds do you think will go? Well, they will all go if the GCR goes. They will all go if the GCR goes. If the GCR doesn't go at first, just the dinar, then it's just whichever ones go. All right, let's slide back up and see if we get any other questions answered here before I take off. Jane says, thanks. You're welcome, Jane. I mean, you got to do a show. Peace, love, and harmony from Petrichor Ranch in Arizona. Okay. Any thoughts on why the DNC would put in office such deadbeats as Biden and Harris? And what purpose does that serve, and who profits from this? Marcus, I think that they're just easy to manipulate and control. That's probably the only function they serve. Michael says USTN first and then the IQD thereafter. But not publicly. Publicly, it's probably going to be flip-flopped because the dinar value is going to dictate a gold-backed currency, which may come weeks or even months later. Laura says, I didn't buy dinar, but I have dong. This has gotten worse. Yeah, I don't pay any attention to what's happening with fluctuation on rates right now. Until the big fluctuations start happening, we don't know. Baja Girl says, thanks all. I suppose I'll be getting home to Arizona to exchange. Better there are many more Wells Fargos if they indeed will be handling Zim. Yeah, and again, I've heard before from a similar source that when the dinar goes, the Zim goes, which is weird because you would think the dinar and the dong, but apparently the dong can't really back their new currency rate without the GCR, whereas the Zim or Zimbabwe and Iraq can. Joe Evans, just breathe and take one day at a time. Yeah, Joe. Joe's a great guy, contributes to the show all the time, like almost on a weekly basis, at least a weekly basis. Took me to dinner here recently. Let's go to let's go to another restaurant this time, though, Joe. Let's go to a different one. Let's go to the Golden Steer next time you're in town. There will be no taxes taken out. That's what a lot of people say, but you have to prepare for it as if they would be. Laura also says, keep on doing these shows, please. And Tuesday's Toxically Masculine show as well after the exchanges. I'm so used to gathering with all of you that it would leave a void. Anyone else feel the same? Yeah, I will do as much as I can, but if I'm under an NDA, you're not going to see me. Like I said, take a good hard look at my butt because it's the last part of me you're going to see for quite a while. Jen posted on Telegram that she might be back on Friday. Okay. I don't know if she wants to do that with me or just go solo, but she's just got a lot of things she has to work out. A friend in a small town in Oregon said his little credit union has the new money. Yes, they were shocked. He knew about it. They told him a few weeks ago they were ready and waiting. I've heard many bank stories like that I think are credible. What do you think about SCOTUS and the Brunson cases and the likelihood of 2020 being overturned before Election Day? Jen told you on Monday, that's a possibility. That's a backup plan as of now. That is not the plan. That is a backup plan. Deb Mayer, hello, Mike. Also, might you tell us what your day is that Jen told you you would go to the redemption center? No, not telling me that. I'm going to wait and see if it happens, and if everything I just got today. And by the way, some of this news I got literally 5 minutes before I went on the air. That's why I was a little late. I literally got an update 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes before we started. I will let you know then. Missing Jen too. We all miss Jen. Tomorrow is the 17th, so coincidence? Hey, Mike, real men put pineapple. No. Simps put pineapple on their pizza, not real men. Real men only eat meat on their pizza with a little cheese, some tomato sauce. Ask Regina Mitchell. Okay, she is the pizza goddess. Mike, what's your take on voting early and why Trump is pushing that now? I think, well, first of all, I'm going to vote early. It's weird. I received my ballot in the mail for Nevada, and I filled it out. Dave Bara filled his out. But then it says the centers for collecting it aren't open till the 19th, which is Saturday, October 19th. That's Alyssa's birthday. I've had 3 chicks on the wife list. Their birthdays were October 18th, October 19th, and October 20th. I had 3 chicks on out of my 5 or 6 on the possible wife list. So this is an important, significant weekend for me coming up. So anyway, I don't know why Trump is pushing it now, except that I think if there isn't an election and they stand on the votes that have already been cast that they know are legal, it would give him the victory if there's no further election because there's too much corruption. Gina says, "Let me check my schedule for tomorrow and the rest of the week." Yep, I'm open for an RV. Okay, audio is okay. All right. I guess some people have certain issues. That's it, Mike. I'm buying Star Trek and making pineapple and pizza a main meal. Again, you're sick, Ellen. You're not right. Rent the Sphere. I don't think our party's going to be that big, but we'll probably rent a nice ballroom, hotel ballroom and we need to make sure there's no weddings going on either side of us. So, crushed pineapple is awesome. No, it's not. Pineapple is only good one way: when you slice up a pineapple and you want to eat a pineapple. Party. Let's party. Yep. No jazz, Susan. No jazz. Jazz is noise, Susan. Come on. 11 cents on Zim or 0.00001 would work out to be 11 cents, which would work out to be 11 million per note. It's remarkable news. I don't know if it's news yet. It's rumors, very strong rumors. Let's hope it becomes news tomorrow, as TNT Tony would say. I have a DVD of The Man with the Golden Gun. I'm going to watch it tonight. Well, yeah, just do some research on the man with the golden gun is all I will say. Pineapple on pizza means you want to fight me? Yeah. Will we be notified if only the dinar goes? It will be out there. You will know about it. And that means Iraq has gone kind of rogue, So take the Zim and the dinar to the bank tomorrow. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm just telling you what I've been told. I don't know if it's true or not. Do you think we will have an election? I hope not, but I suspect we will. I spied the kitty too. Yeah, Miss Fluffy Muffy wants out. She's mad at me, mad at her dad for not letting her out. Remember a couple weeks ago when Jen said the market will crash on a Thursday if bonds are to be paid Monday and have to be with the USTN, then maybe tomorrow the market crash. Yeah, but we've heard that one so many times. Yeah, okay, Ellen. Well, I love you too, Ellen, but the pineapple and pizza thing is just sick. Fruit does not belong on a pizza. Okay, it just doesn't. I'm hoping to be in Vegas in December for the NFR. Good. Yeah, that's under the GCR. We do not know what the price of the Zim will be or the aggro checks will be if they go separately from the GCR. Okay, let's slide back over to Rumble real quick. See if we've got anything new over here. We love you, Jen. Looks like there's Super Dave Super Chat or Rumble Rant. Even Michelle says, I kind of want a quiet dinar exchange. Yeah. RM McBride, when the Zim goes, will this also include the aggro checks? I have not heard about that. I do not know. But I believe when the GCR goes, the aggro checks will be included. Yeah. Yeah, they're pushing for early voting because they're concerned that the Dems will pull a false flag to try to stop voting on election day. Do you think the dinar 341 is a bank rate and not a redemption center rate? Yes. Yes, that is what I think. Charlie Ward said the RV would happen on a Thursday. That's right. I think he did say that. So, yeah. Okay, unless it's a fruit pizza. There's no such thing as a fruit pizza. Okay, a pizza is an Italian dish that includes a bready crust, okay, tomato sauce, okay, cheese, and then ingredients like chicken and beef and pepperoni and Canadian bacon and sausage and sometimes mushrooms and black olives. That's what a pizza is. There's you can't have a vegan pizza. If you have a vegan pizza, it's not a real pizza. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for being here. That's what I've got today. And it's weird because I didn't really have much when I came on here until 5 minutes before. And now we have a lot more news and exciting information. So hang in there, stay tough. I plan to do Whiskey and Wisdom tonight, assuming Mark does it and Mark invites me, and which I'm sure he will. And I'll see all of you guys at the Alien event starting tomorrow at the Alexis Park Resort Hotel. Let me pop that up on the screen over at alienevent.com. You can still get tickets. ET disclosure, secret space program, AI evolution, lots of cool stuff. Let me flip this over to make that big. 4 days of ED disclosure, over 30 disclosure speakers. I'm going to be there. Brad Olson's going to be there. Carrie Cassidy's going to be there. A bunch of other people you haven't heard of. Dr. Sasha Lesson. So there's speaker bios. 4-day admission is $399. Day ticket is $169. The best day is going to be Saturday. And there's also this Biomed Expo, which is also there. We're going to have a secret space panel program, which is actually going to be more current events. I'm going to host that with Carrie and Brad and Eric and Dave Farman. And then I'm going to be doing my grand panel of alientologists, and I'm going to be doing what is it, Saturday? Where is it? Show me the money. My presentation is going to be at like 9:30 on Saturday. So be there or be square at the Alexis Park Resort. It will be fun. It will absolutely be fun. Okay, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to visit the CBD Gurus. Don't forget to visit Mike Bara Pets. Don't forget to check all the links in the description. Love you guys. Have a great one. And I will see you tonight on Whiskey and Wisdom, and then back here on Monday with Jen. Stay strong.